Okay, I'm gonna leave my videos on. Um, it's story time. I hadn't told a story in a long time. Um, I'm not even quite sure whether I should tell this one or not because it's painful in some ways. So, when I was a young woman, the local school district would have trainings for their teachers. And this was way back when I could still walk and walk easily. And one of the things that they would do is they would have authors come in and speak. This one particular time, the speaker was a multinational author and a multinational speaker. And I wanted to see what the discussion was about. And basically, I was crashing their trainings, right? I didn't do it often, but every once in a while. So I decided to crash this one. Sat in the back where there was an empty seat, so I wasn't taking a seat that a teacher or an educator needed. And I didn't believe the speaker was the speaker when he got up to talk. And God forgive me, I work in the disability field for 30 years now. But I don't believe I've ever seen an uglier man in my life. Like I said, God forgive me. But, and he explained it was part of his disability and some of the medical things. But as he started to talk about his life, the joy on his face was just unbelievable. It was just awesome. At that point in time, because he was an older man when he was speaking, maybe 50s, 60s, older like me. But at the time, when he was a kid, they wouldn't let him in school, which wasn't unusual at that point in time. We've come a long way in the United States. But he would sneak in, and he would hide in places. And the school administration got so tired of trying to figure out where he was and what he was doing and if he was going to get hurt and getting him out of there that they let him stay in a closet. And I know that sounds bad, but he was overjoyed that he got to stay in that closet. And he couldn't keep the door open. He could only have the door open a crack, but he could see the teacher sometimes and he could see the students sometimes. And they didn't feed him lunch. So the kids knew he was there. They would sneak him food. And they wouldn't give him like milk. And the kids didn't really have any solution for that. But by the time I met him, because I did get to meet him, actually shake his hand and speak to him and meet him, he had 2 doctorates. Doctorates are hard to get. He had what he called a drop-dead gorgeous wife. He had obviously he was a college professor and obviously a thriving career as an author and a speaker. The other thing he talked about was a lady in the community had taken an interest in him. I'm sorry, I have the air conditioner on. But had taken an interest in him. So on Saturday, he went to her house one Saturday, and she said she had some work for him to do, and she was going to pay him. And he said he worked. So, like, if the car wasn't clean, he did parts of it over. Or if something wasn't organized to her satisfaction, they kept working on it. And, she brought him in the house, and he was excited. He had never been in a house like that before. and brought him into a formal dining room, and there was this big plate of food, and he was wondering who that was for. And she told it was for him. And he was just excited there was this big plate of food, and he didn't have to share it with anybody. And a dollar coin. You know, like I said, this was a long time ago. There was a dollar coin, and he said he knew her elevator didn't go all the way to the top when he noticed that there was a full, tall glass of milk for him. So he went to her house every Saturday through his teenage years, and worked and got a plate of cooked food and a dollar coin and a full glass of milk. And he said not only did his mind get strong listening from his closet, because he had to remember stuff. All he could do in his little dark closet was listen. And his body got strong from doing work that she'd had him do every Saturday through his teenage years. And his message for the teachers, because I really had thought this was going to be a boring lecture, and it really touched my heart, was that you shouldn't not believe somebody may or may not be able to know or understand something. No one thought that he could learn. No one thought that he could work. And look where he was now. And like I said, I got the pleasure of meeting him, and that's a story that's stuck with me for a long time that I decided I might want to share with people. Thank y'all. Bye.